Friday in the evening is when we will be looking for the moon. If it's sighted, as you rightly said, our calendar begins at sunset. So that will be Ramadan fast. So I join you, Madam Speaker, in wishing Muslims a happy month of Ramadan. And also join you in congratulating former FDC youth, the Honorable
Chairman Youth League.
Yes, the Honorable, Right Honorable Thomas Tayebwa, for his new responsibility. I was looking at Mama Mbira there, and I remembered the day she was taken to Zira by this government. Madam Speaker, the point the leader, the Right Honorable Leader of Opposition made, I think the minister has answered one leg. First, you called government. I saw the Honorable Bahat standing. I don't know whether you become government by being here first, that you are the first in Parliament. But the point, Madam Speaker,
there is an order.
We are both FDCs.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. I just want, first of all, to congratulate the Deputy Speaker for the achievement and the appointment. On the point of order, my brother, Honourable Ssemujju.
I want to look at your eyes. You know, you're covering your very beautiful eyes.
Right Honourable Speaker, my young brother here, Honourable Ssemujju Nganda Haji. Al-Haj is very much aware that I, Beatrice Atimanywa, Mama Mabira, I'm a member of the NRM. I contested, I'm a flag bearer, and I'm a serving minister in the government of the NRM. And he's alluding to his statement that I'm an FDC. Is he in order for him to continue dreaming that I'm still an FDC member when I'm a real NRM?
Honorable members, there's a saying: if you want to know, determine your destiny, forget about the past. Much as the Deputy Speaker was in the Youth League, is in NRM. He's in NRM and is the Deputy Speaker of Parliament of Uganda, endorsed by none other than NRM party. So, having been there, forget my past. Let's look at the future.
Madam Speaker, that you are also in FDC, I will forget.
You forget.
Since you have instructed me.
Actually, I have not been, I was there and I left there. I don't regret leaving.
Yeah, Madam Speaker, and I take your counsel, I will forget. But the question Honorable Government was answering, the leader of opposition singled out the journalist. But the point he was making was about deployment of JAD, joint anti-terrorism, to deal with issues of election that are not terrorism. That's what you must answer as government. Why must you have joint anti-terrorism? Because, Madam Speaker, we all have videos of a NUP candidate being grabbed, tearing his shirt, beating people who were with him. The journalist was just unlucky that he was severely beaten. But if anyone wants, I have these videos here, we can play them, of Jat beating, shooting. That's what governments must answer. Since when did elections become terrorism? That you must deploy joint anti-terrorism. I thought that the Honorable Bahati, who by arriving early in Parliament has become permanent in the government. Each time they call government, he stands up. And I was about, Madam Speaker, to complain because the front bench is full of all the junior ministers.
There's an order.
I think we need to take this parliament seriously, and really raise, when we are raising issues, Madam Speaker, because these are issues that affect the people of Uganda, and we find solutions. We don't dramatize them, pick them sarcastically. Madam Speaker is a honorable member, ssemujju, Nganda, in order to assume that when I stand here to speak on behalf of the Prime Minister, I'm just speaking because I came early, that you are not aware that I'm here to represent government is in order.
House of jokes. As far as I know, I have a written communication delegating Honorable Bahati to be a leader of government business. I have it, and once it is written to me, I don't have to come and announce it to whoever wants to hear. So he's acting as a leader of government business. What matters here is what is being said. The issue of deployment of JAT, which we have said we are going to check. You should check and report back to the House. Okay?
And Bahati, you know, we know each other.
Honorable Bahati.
Honorable Bahati. I am just sympathetic that every day you are the government and every day you come early. I am actually giving you credit.
Honorable Bahati was voted in to come to be in this parliament. If you're not good at timekeeping, don't infect Honorable Bahati. Honorable Bahati is always here and is here earlier than anybody. Okay?
So finally, Madam Speaker, the Deputy Speaker, his elevation gives Uganda a good name, as you have rightly observed. But as the leader of opposition also observed, this Uganda keeps deadening itself. You have had now media managers, MDs, being added to the Uganda Communications Commission. After General Muhoz tweeted that he's now in charge of media, they will see me. The following day, they are being summoned. The outside is very, very careful.
Honorable Ssemujju, not Seungu. Seungu is Catholic. Honorable Ssemujju Ibrahim, can't you ever, for once, finish what you want to present in the House, what you want to deliberate upon, without mentioning a name from the first family?
I can, Madam Speaker, if the first family is still being in charge of Uganda.
Are they here for you to discuss about them? If somebody was here, I have no problem with discussing a person who is here. Let's get serious.
Yeah, but Madam Speaker, even the one who is supposed to be here has never stepped here. The Minister for Education, has she ever stepped here?
Okay.
But the point is about the media.
Honorable Minister, I have Honorable Guang here, who is the Minister of Education, a State Minister of Education and Sports. So stop saying that there is no Minister of Education here. Next item. Yes, Lillian. Lillian.
Right, Honorable Speaker, I want to thank you for this opportunity. Right, Honorable Speaker, wouldn't it be procedurally right if this House grants Ssemujju an opportunity to Honorable Ssemujju and an opportunity to maybe meet and interact with the members of the first family directly so that we can spare time of this parliament to discuss other issues?
On my communication.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. I want to firstly join in wishing our Muslim brothers and sisters a wonderful holy month of Ramadan. Honorable, I also want to appreciate the update you've given to us about the Deputy Speaker. You see, this is a beautiful country. There's a lot of good about our country that we need to tap into. The challenge is that there are also those who are always trying to make sure that a lot more of the bad is out there, and yet there is good about this country. Honorable Speaker, before coming here, I passed by a hospital.
Honorable members, first join me in congratulating the Speaker. The deputy.
We did, and we joined in again.
I didn't hear you must congratulate the Deputy Speaker. This is a big achievement for this Parliament. Yes.
Honorable Speaker, we do send our congratulations to the Right Honorable Deputy Speaker, and we shall also reach out to him individually in that regard. Honorable Speaker, I was saying that before I came to the House this afternoon, I passed by hospital to visit a journalist called Miracle Ibra. He's a top television journalist who was brutalized yesterday. His eye was shattered. Yesterday we went for the nomination of my party's candidate, one Arias Luimbazi Nalukola, for the Kawempe North by-election. Honorable Speaker, after the nomination,
Switch on. Switch on.
Honorable Speaker, the candidate was assaulted, taken away. A couple of people were picked up and others brutalized. This particular journalist was descended onto by men in JAT uniform. JAT is Joint Anti-Terrorist Task Force. These are people who are meant to go out there and deal with terrorists. They descended on this journalist who was fully branded as a journalist with his camera and beat him up with batons, shattered his eye and broke bones around his face. The doctors are not sure that his eye will see again, whether it will recover. They are struggling to deal with that situation. Honorable Speaker, one, I think government needs to tell us what the exact role of JAT is. I don't know what they're doing in a by-election, but also, what are we doing going after journalists doing their job? The other day, the Right Honorable Prime Minister said that I normally make government look bad. And then she actually used the word that is not in the English dictionary. She said, I'm always dirty in government. But there are things that government does that makes it look dirty on its own without my help and without anyone's help. I don't even know if the Minister for Information and government generally has reached out to this journalist to establish the goings on and ensure that he gets proper treatment. Honorable Speaker, we have got laws in this country. For the umpteenth time, I want to implore government to follow these laws. If it is keeping law and order, police has got to do that, and again, within the confines of the law. So we would want to understand what is JAT doing, being involved in such a process. Why are they picking up people, beating them up, beating up journalists who are doing their job as a journalist? Their weapon is a camera.
Government.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Speaker. The Right Honorable Prime Minister yesterday but one made a statement when the leader of opposition made a statement here. While what he's saying, we sympathize with the person who has been injured, and also to note that some of these actions are not sanctioned by government, but also it is important, you can imagine now, it's important that when you come on the floor of the House, you come at least with some details so that we know where to start from. Like now, you are claiming that these people who beat this person are members of JAT. How can now government know at this material time whether this was a police person, whether it was a goon, or something else? So it's important, Madam Speaker, that we take, while this house is a place where we should represent our people, while this house is a place we should represent our people.
It is a place of record.
It's a place of record. It's a place of action. You are not going to come and say JAT people or police or military. We don't know, but we shall cross-check what happened.
Honorable, it is very, very unfortunate. It is very, very unfortunate that whatever happened to the gentleman in the hospital, that is regrettable. But what we need to find out, because nobody is above the law, what we need to find out, who in particular, because I believe there are other people, there were other journalists who were there. There could be somebody who could have taken a picture of the person who brutalized the patient. Let's have that information, and then we make a follow-up of that information, and we take action. I mean, government cannot sanction and say, go and brutalize so and so. Who is that person to be brutalized?
Government takes swift action against these fellows who operate outside the law. Then people will know you are cracking down. Now, regarding information about all of that, government came to this parliament and was appropriated billions of shillings to put CCTV cameras within town. So I'd expected government, through the Minister of State here, to say, we are going to immediately follow up this matter because you've got CCTV cameras, as opposed to going on quick defense.
Honorable.
And I can be a hospital. He's called Miracle Ibra.
Honorable, he was beyond reasonable doubt. You have said it is the government and it is the judge. Please bring. I mean, we must put these people to where they belong. We must hold these people accountable. Because if it is true that these judge people did all this, why would they beat that young man? Why? That is the question we are asking, why? And where did the incidents take place from? Kawempe. Honorable Minister, maybe you need to check it out with the Internal Affairs. If you have the cameras there, we could be able to find out.
And action will be taken because the security agencies are supposed to protect the citizens of Uganda, the territorial integrity of the country. So we shall follow up, and certainly we shall visit also the journalist who was injured.
Take time off and visit the journalist who was beaten and give us a feedback, and we see how best can be handled. In the public gallery this afternoon, we have students.
I join you and my other colleagues in thanking the Right Honorable Deputy Speaker for the opportunity and the grace which he has attained in his career. Right Honorable Speaker, you have a lot on your table. On your plate, you have a lot. And the world and history might judge you if you were not to give opportunity to your deputy, the Right Honorable Speaker. You always give opportunity to members of Parliament to explore their best. And I believe by endorsing the Right Honorable Deputy Speaker, you have done your best. You have reminded us, Right Honorable Speaker, that on Friday, the Muslim brothers and sisters will start their Ramadan period, a moment of repositioning oneself to Allah, the Creator. On Wednesday, the Catholics, the Christians, will also start the Lenten period, a period where the Word of God conscientizes us to mind a lot about human life, human values, and above all, that we must respect human lives. Right Honorable Speaker, it is very, very wrong to pretend to be right when you are wrong. Uganda is bleeding, and everywhere, people are groaning. Instead of being apologetic, we defend what is wrong. When are we going to defend wrong? When are we going to defend right and reject what is wrong? You see, Right Honorable Speaker, when we shall be entering that room, Right Honorable Speaker,
switch on.
When we shall begin the Ramadan and the period of Lent, it is incumbent of us leaders. I'm happy that Uganda is now providing leadership to the rest of the world, and we need also to provide leadership to ourselves and to this country. As we enter this period of Ramadan and the Holy Lent, we need actually, one, to be mindful of our actions and to defend human values and rights of one another. Rights do come with obligations and responsibility. It is the responsibility of the government to protect the rights of the citizens of this country. It is my responsibility to protect your right and you also to protect my right. Secondly, it is an obligation also to respect one another. Therefore, we need to respect the law and respect one another and to promote the rights of others. Thank you.
Very clearly, you've come. I am not saying you come back. Father, it takes you to the story of Adam and Eve. When when God asked, Father, should I still continue?
Thank you very much.
Father has tasted the world, so don't worry. We shall sort out ourselves. He has tasted the world.
Madam Speaker, thank you very much.